Yo, what's up guys? Matt here from DCL Blogger. Thought I'd make a video on how to find the best land deals in the sandbox. If you're kind of new to the sandbox, well, it is a big, massive, virtual world layer where you can buy lands, any sort of land that you want. In those lands, you can sort of build all sorts of experiences. You can kind of see the types of experiences you can build. So you can sort of build roller coasters, you can build mini games, you can build battling games. It's supposed to be this massive play to earn economy with games kind of next to each other in a way, sort of instanced out, but they're next to each other. So it's picked up recently. Recently, it's gone crazy. You can see in cryptocurrency land. I mean, the top 25 to 30 projects. You got Axie Infinity that's made it. The Sandbox number 34 and Decentraland number 35. What's going? Yeah, 34, 33, 35. But yeah, there's been a massive swing on metaverse related projects, and you can buy a land over here and other lands in Decentraland, CryptoVoxes, etc. But in this specific video, let's go through Sandbox. Sandbox has about 100,000 lands pieces at the moment. There's gonna probably be about 180,000 ish once they sell all these dark blue spots. They sell them in sets. Every now and then there's a new section that gets sold off. There's an auction for it. It goes nuts. People fight each other and complain that they can't get it because it sells under a second, especially now with so many people interested to buy land. So what dictates pricing? Well, first of all, being next to certain areas that are speculated to have a lot of traffic. So for example, Atari, you got The Walking Dead, you got Gemini, you got the Medikey, you got Cyberkongs, you got the Medikey. I'm gonna say it twice because that's our project. You got Binance. So like these sort of high level brands and players that people are expecting there to be a lot of volume. They companies, people are happy to pay a premium for those locations. Some interesting places where you can get some of that information is if you click on here, if you click on OpenSea. So these are all the items for sale on OpenSea. You can go check them out and see sort of loosely where they're located. You can go to the sandbox on OpenSea itself. You can scroll through the cheapest listed on OpenSea to kind of get an idea of what the prices are. You can kind of see that the cheapest price is 2,300 mana. You should always double check this with the activity of the world. So if you go to the sandbox, you click activity, and then you can kind of see the cheapest land. So the cheapest land's about 2,300, 2,500 land is about the floor price. So sort of you can see here by the US dollars, whether it's ETH or Sand, it's around $17,000 for the floor price. So what sort of dictates higher price? So you look at this 38,000 mana. Then you got something like 38,000 mana over here as well. So if you click something like this, you can see that it's connected to a certain place, right? So, and it's also next to the sandbox. So the Sandbox Land themselves are actually building their own sort of mini games and experiences there. You keep going down over here. Let's see what else there is. 21,000 mana, $21,000. You click here. It's right next to Make a DAO. It's next to another world, another space. So it is next to something. It's not sort of a land piece in the middle of nowhere. So any land that's sort of connected to something, there's something special about it here. Let's click on this one as well. Again, next to here. What else do we have? Sometimes the community members or certain other projects are happy to buy and build right next to their sort of liked projects. And then I think this one's also next to Make a DAO. What else is there? Let's keep scrolling. Anything else out of the ordinary? $34,000. Let's click on this one. So this is next to this sort of a project over here. So you can see how next to certain projects that are loved, the lands are more expensive. Now, if there is a project that is quite big, so let's kind of see if we can find something else. Here's a really good way to do it. So you got that, and you guys are like, Maddie, so where the hell do you find the cheapest lands? I'm getting to that, trust me. If you go to the sandbox, so you go to nft-stats.com, there's a very cool website over here that ranks the top sandbox pieces sold in the last 30 days. And this is a really cool way to see sort of what is demanding high prices. So these are single plots of land. So if you click on this, you can see that it is an Atari piece that's also connected to a sandbox piece. Now that you don't really see that very often, right? The double whammy, you got Atari and the sandbox. You got $127,000. Then you got this one that's connected to the Sandbox Plus. Got like there could be another section over here that's going to be bought from other people. Lands that are connected to the Sandbox definitely are kind of demanding a premium. Look at this, $70,000 here, $80,000 over here. If you keep scrolling down here, $43,000, and you keep scrolling down, you can't really see. There's another one that is $42,000. This one is connected to OpenSea almost, or this is on sale on OpenSea, and the Sandbox. Anyway, so you can use these tools to sort of do your research. But how do you find the cheapest lands? Well, you can buy a floor, and you can kind of check out the listings on OpenSea, and you can see, well, relative to the lands that are sort of connected to certain areas, what's sort of price cheaper. Or you can go to the Sandbox land trading channel, and here is the key, guys. This is where people list their lands for sale. Want to buy a 1-to-1 plot for 3.2 Ethereum, want to sell at 4.2 Ethereum. Here's where you get seller intent. You get people that want to sell. They come over here and actually tell you that they're selling. And a lot of them, even though initially they demand a high price, you can go to them and sort of bargain with them, right? So these three by three estates for sale. So you can contact this person and give him a deal for all 1827 of these pieces. So that's where the key is. You're trying to get a deal, and you know that the cheapest price is $17,000. But what if you buy 10 lands for $14,000 each or $13,000 each? You can sort of flip them for $3,000 to $4,000 profit each. Now the risk is that mana moons in that period, and people start to sell it for cheaper in terms of mana. You lose out on mana, or there's a fluctuation in Bitcoin and the crypto markets move, or the liquidity dries up. For example, if you're on the Sandbox and you're checking out activity, you can see there's so much liquidity now. So many people are buying and selling land that if you buy a relatively larger position, you can be sure that if you list it under under $14,000, you'll probably sell it pretty quickly. Look, there's about 10 to 20 sales happening every 20 minutes, so a sale every 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, right? There's 20, 21, 21, 21, 24, 25, 29. Each one of these a different buyer, different seller. Quite interesting. So yeah, Discord is where you find the bargains. So make sure you go to Discord and search around and message people that are selling. Even though they've priced it higher, you can message them and get it lower. There's a bit of a negotiation period there. I've done it plenty of times with Decentraland. So it definitely works no matter what virtual land is. I would recommend that than just buying off the marketplace, because the marketplace you can't really negotiate with people. You can place a bid, but you can't negotiate. And I think the power definitely is in negotiation. So hope you guys learned something. Try it out if you're interested in land. Just lurk around and send some people some messages. You never know what you find back. Out of 5 or 6 people, maybe one of them will say yes, and you'll get a great deal. That way you'll protect yourself from a downswing if it does happen. And you'll get a good bargain price. All right, guys, take care. We'll catch you in another video.